It's not our place to play God. We need to destroy this base.
I'm gonna quickly recover the vial that he was talking about.
Okay then. You recover the vial. It's
I'm...
rather ornate.
Oh, okay.
It looks like this.
Cool.
You sense that this is basically a pure drop of what a Bloodforge can do.
I'm gonna carefully hand it over to Kains and say, "You're a good man, Kains. I know you'll put this to good use."
Why are you giving this to me? I don't want this filth.
My people are going to need it. Please help them with it.
Well, you can give it to them yourself, you idiot.
Cora just smiles at him but doesn't say anything else. She starts walking off.
With that, the ship appears below the station.
I'm gonna take Force Strain to make sure that my battle meditation works off of planetary scale, so I can reach the other survivors and tell them that the ship is here to pick them up. They need to get there immediately.
Well, they're fine with that. Essentially, they're going to be waiting on top of a thing with you. Of course, it's up to Jack to see. Will you pick them up?
Well, that very much depends who they are.
They're Cora's clones, if you saw at the beginning. The ones that pointed you in direction. The ones that are freed from Vivek's control and the Bloodforge's control. Basically, her people.
Fuck, fine.
So,
Damn it, B2, you're supposed to be here for situations like this.
He's in a
No.
fucking solid state hard drive. You can't fucking do
I put you in my com drive,
so
so you
essentially,
could give me a bad conscience.
essentially, if you're going to pick them up,
Real
they're all
estate.
waiting, and Cora's people, essentially the few that are actually injured, are actually going to put their arms around you, Cora, and
Oh no! As soon as everybody's over there waiting for the ship, after Cora gives Kains the vial, she gives him a light peck on the cheek and smiles at him and thanks him for everything. And then she just says goodbye. And as she is mixed in the crowd, she just slips away.
okay.
What? What crowd?
The crowd of hers. Literally, they're all clones of her.
But we're taking them onto our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, as they're waiting for you to come down and pick them up, she's saying she tries slipping away.
As in somewhere else in the forge?
Yeah, essentially in the mining station, just going away. But
Okay, because I thought you said I lose myself in the crowd. I'm like, that just turns 4 U's into 5 U's. That's not a crowd.
What?
so now, essentially, as you try leaving, one
I
of
was so
one of your
fucking
clones,
confused.
Cora, does hold on to your hand and basically doesn't want to let you go. Like,
I'm gonna smile at her, put my hand over her, and reassuringly say, "It's fine. They'll take care of you. They'll take you home. Don't worry."
she doesn't still let you go. For some
I
reason, this one seems attached to you.
forcefully remove her hand so I can leave.
Okay then. So everybody gets on the ship but Cora. And do you want to take off?
Well, they wouldn't notice that I'm gone, so they should.
Yeah, we're going to take off, and just for safety, I'm also going to shoot the place with the main cannon.
That's not good. That thing is many times the size. It won't do anything.
By the way, just so you know, as you've probably guessed, I'm going back the elevator shaft that I used to get here.
Okay.
Ash, I know, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't fire some parting shots.
Alright, so as you come around, you basically fire on the station and lift off into the thing. All the ships that are your allies are waiting you in space.
I'd just like to point out that I will be the very last person onto the ship, making sure that Jack does indeed get on the ship and pilot it away from here.
And what do you think I would have done instead, Tizza?
I don't know. But if you were doing anything else, you would have to fight me.
You'd have to fight me.
I love how I've got like 3 checks and balances for my morality.
There's
I've got,
Teaser, the good conscience, B2, the bad conscience, and Astrid, the wife conscience.
The wife conscious.
Check.
Right, so yeah, essentially all these ships are waiting for you as you come up and are basically going, did you take care of it?
It's over. Rivik's dead. So is his apprentice. And the Forge is going to be sinking into that planet and disappearing soon.
I see.
We're done.
Wait, who is talking, by the way?
Oh, that's Shellac.
Oh, okay.
But Orville does contact it. It's like, is a forge destroyed?
Everything's destroyed. And I think I'm done too. I might retire after this.
That won't last long. He's going to look towards the 2 Republic ships and then go, I'll catch you later. And almost of that, as if he had prepped it, all you see is Orville's ship like, hyperspace away suddenly. Just boom.
Oh, I thought it was gonna like leverage this and flirt effortlessly with Shellac, but I guess not.
Mate. It was either that or good, and then he opens up a broadside and leaves. BTF
So-
though.
Essentially, as everything comes to a head, you leave the planet behind with the forge falling into the clouds below, intact, as Rivik asked. The chains of the Force would be unshackled for many, many years to come. And now we shall do a small epilogue of what everybody is doing after. We shall go with Captain Jack and Astrid since they're all together first.
I
What have
assume
you been
being
doing?
pregnant.
So your child is born back on Corellia, on the Dibler family biking ranch.
Ranch.
I'd call it a ranch. Basically, it's a huge swath of land where you test bikes. Jack,
Yeah,
did you really retire? What happened?
For some time at least. Although every now and then I'll disguise myself and enter an incredibly reckless and
Daring adventure.
almost suicidal space-based
You'll get
adventure.
smacked upside the back of the head every time you do as your wife accompanies you.
Oh, and that's my final one for B2 as well. That's why I kept him with me, to keep me honest.
I like that. Poetic.
P2, is he? Did you also upload him now and again into your baby's mobile just for him to spin
No!
threateningly?
My comlink. B2 is the one that tries to tempt me to do bad things, and if I realise he's making too much sense, then I know I need to have a chat with Tizza.
Wait. Back up again. You did what to have a chat with me?
I said, if B2 is making too much sense, then that's when I need to have a talk with you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now for a more interesting one, which I think is personally, Kains, after the many Sith temples, Sith lords, and overall evil Sith and ancient Rakata tech that flies in the face of everything you knew adventures, what did Kains do
I mean,
after?
it's only obvious what he did. He went to retire in the Sith Empire.
I just
ran
couldn't get
away.
used to it without all
It's
those
just-
Sith shit.
No, it's like he just retires on the fucking brim.
You would of course be offered basically an admiral's job after doing all this. Shillock would have put in a good word for you. You could have taken your flipping rightful place as a high up flipping commander or something like that in the Republic Navy. If
He
you
turns
really
down
wanted
the
to.
offers after some thought, but is honoured by the offers. He becomes a simple security guard in Mon Cala. So what?
He stops being a doctor?
Yes.
I thought he would like become a simple doctor in one color.
It's like, why aren't you a doctor anymore? Flexes.
His true
Like
passion
these giant
really lied in
slaves.
flexing at people.
You've
He
always
starts
got a
his
place in our
own.
house,
He starts his own brand of yoga, the floppy yoga.
Despite
But-
not having a professional career as a doctor, he always helps people on the freelance when he can, and
Yes.
pays frequent visits to the Dibler estate.
You would also
where
be
those
with,
Sith temples are located.
with all of your
Exactly.
friends in the military, with all of your experience, your combat prowess, you would have been offered a place in the Royal Guard as a security, essentially. Like, for going around. Essentially, it's security as you wanted, but higher up, and you get to patrol around the city, help those less fortunate as you desire.
Very nice. Kains also goes back to the leisure barge and very often goes back there to wallow in the waters and strike up friendly relationships with huts he doesn't realise are fucking...
So you hang out with your hut
Casually friends with the entire Hut cartel.
yeah.
It's like, oh. That's the final scene you see is Kane's in the pool laughing with his hot friend. He goes,
Turns out Kains is secretly the most powerful man in the galaxy because he has connections.
And he doesn't know it and will never act on it. There we go.
And of course, there's an emotional scene, before I forget, an emotional scene where Jack summons his grandmother and his grandfather's like, oh my god, you're actually alive.
Not really.
And one last
Not
footnote.
really, she's a Force ghost.
He remains an avid member of the Tizza fan club and continues to follow the
Tizzer
career
fan
with
club,
keen eyes.
Jesus.
Tizza, what do you do after then with your fan club inter?
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
So essentially, do you captain your own ship?
Yeah, Teaser will. I mean, Teaser premieres the freedom this lifestyle gives us, so she will probably go into business as part freighter captain, part smuggler, part mercenary, and part, well, whatever else that brings
Would you
in
by any
obnoxious
chance
Jedi.
like to fly the Icarus?
Probably.
It's what I've been training you for.
Just
I mean,
so we're clear,
that's what I said.
Teaser.
I'm the captain now.
Teaser, I'm gonna say that your second in command is Amory because we never actually got her home.
It's
Oh,
like,
no,
why
no, no,
am
no.
I off this
Wait.
fucking ship yet?
Didn't we bring her to
You're not
Curex
allowed off now,
around that
it's
planet?
too
Goddammit. No, I mean, she will send Amory a line from time to time.
No, we don't have time, Teaser. You have to go off on your
No,
own
we never
adventure. She
have
has to come
time.
with you.
God damn it.
I would actually laugh. Actually, she probably would come with you. I'm gonna make sure you don't do anything evil and you don't fall to the dark side. That's my job now. And essentially, she's never left the Icarus since.
To which I'm assuming she like has face palms.
Yes.
No, yeah, I mean, if she wants to come with me, that's fine. Then she can also be with me when I meet with my boyfriend, who happens to be a Sith pilot, because that's gonna be fun.
Yes.
And
Sam,
because he's
Sam.
evil, clearly he's into threesomes. The devil's
By the way,
threesome.
If you ask Sam, he will actually join your ship as a pilot.
Oh, really?
Yes, and by the way, Jack, he will send you a line saying, I knew I would have her one day. And he's talking about the ship, of course. He's like, he takes pictures of him in the pilot seat, like, yeah, look, I have her now. Like he's cucking you, but piloting.
And then you sent him a picture of your dick and your wife. Like, fuck you, my wife's hotter.
No,
Oh, God.
the thing is, he may try that, but Jack would still feel bad that his ship is in the hands of his old friend.
I mean, you know that involves like my first reaction to seeing that is, sorry Astrid, I'm going to be away for 2 months. I have to steal an Imperial spy ship out of a dry dock.
Excuse
It's a matter of honor.
He's just like, I have to steal. I'm gonna be away for 2 months. I have to steal a ship, and Astrid's reaction is just, "Excuse you, like I'm not coming."
Excuse you, you are bringing the child. Do not...
The hell?
You're not leaving me here with the child.
We're all coming. It's gonna be a great family field trip.
Oh my god.
But I mean, yeah, no, this is essentially gonna be doing quite the same kind of business we've been doing up until now.
Just flying around.
And spouting seemingly cuckoo, but very insightful force bullshit at Amarie non-stop.
It's alright. It's like Sam thinks that's hot. It's like, it's so hot when I don't understand her.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, get more big.
I mean,
yes.
It's like the he just comes in and asks Teaser, "Hey, are you okay?" And Teaser's like, "What is okay?" And his dick's just erect.
Yes, it's like, yes. This is so good.
I mean, no.
Just erect.
But I mean, okay, it's like seriously, which part of my motivations being faith, the cosmic force, and my oath being that I follow balance in the force, which part of that do you not understand? Also, my background is literally one with the force. Do you sense a pattern here?
You better visit me and the kid.
Of course you visit.
You're my best friend. Of course we're gonna visit you.
Hell yeah, I'd name
Probably
Teaser
the
as the
godmother.
godmother. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, there we go. Beat you to
for a
it.
very
that's
last person,
touching.
unless anybody else wants to, does anybody else do anything crazy for their Epilogue? No?
No.
Okay.
Cora. Apart from probably some trips to the Outer Rim, but yeah, no.
You mentioned before everybody was going that you made your way back up the elevator before the mining station crashed. Does that mean that you're still here, and what are you doing for your Epilogue if so?
First things first, I'm gonna use my sense power to find out where the tracking device on me is, because as we know, Jack likes to bug fucking everything. I am going to take it out, and then I'm going to just toss it off into space somewhere. Then I'm gonna take the little one-man ship that I used to get to the elevator shaft, and then I'm gonna pilot it, and I am going to get for Malachor.
So, Jack, if you're keeping track of all your things, you do see that Cora's ship is not down in the planet.
The light side point. She didn't find all of them.
No, you can't do that. Remember, there is no longer any force that influences it.
I am joking.
I know. But yeah, essentially, you do see that the tracking device is stable on the broken station, so you're like, yeah, I think she's still alive, sort of deal, looking up to the sky. I hope she doesn't come here. So, now you head to Malachor.
That or her corpse is on the station.
First of all, I'm gonna make sure that without actually, being there, I'm just gonna get information through different ways and means to find out that my people made it back, they got the cure, and everything settled down, I'm assuming.
I will say that would be very easy since it was on the Republic News, and after Kains actually used the blue bottle, they reverted to what they were before they were transformed into your clones. And you see people you remember from back in the day. You remember your family. Your family is there as well. Your mother, your father, flipping your very young brother is there. Like they're all there.
Good. The boys, I've left 26,640 credits with the soup guy, so he can give it to the rest of the boys on Corellia, and there's basically a note saying, don't spend it all in one place.
Essentially, for a very long time, Corellia will be cartel-free and rather downplay the whole crime thing. There's a lot of bake sales, though, that happen in Corellia for some reason now.
A lot of soup.
A lot of soup as well, yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking with that kind of money, they're gonna live just fine for a while.
They are more than
Lotus will
fine,
prosper.
yes.
Anyway, they're on their own now, so hopefully they'll make something out of their second chance. Right, as for the ship, on the ship in my room when they eventually have to enter it, because, I mean, somebody has to clean that shit eventually, right? On the table, like I said, there's left a holocron and a message to Astrid that basically that's for her son, and everything that Cora can teach him is on the holocron. There's basically 400 years worth of information on it, everything that she has been through, stuff that she has learned, and of course a huge portion of that is her battle techniques and her force powers, but in equal measure basically how to use that power properly and how not to be, you know, a fucking power-hungry dickhead.
Sorry, could you not
No, no.
insult me like that?
So in other words, it's basically a Jedi one of the older Jedi holocrons full of basically Jedi training that you can have.
And basically,
without having to
PS,
send the
never
kid
give
to-
this to Jack, he's too old for it and too dumb for it.
Fucking
So
rude.
essentially, this means that if your kid is force sensitive, which you suspect probably is true given revisions before, is that you won't have to send them to the Jedi Temple to get
I wasn't
trained.
planning on it anyway.
I mean, the Jedi is still gonna come knocking and ask you to hand over the kid.
I
No,
hope
they
they
never
can
find out.
suck my dick.
Yeah, if they found out. Let's
Hand
face
over
it,
the kid.
they're
Pistol comes
Jedi.
out,
They can
saber
see the
comes out.
future. They're gonna know.
Giant carbine comes up. War
Saber
War
comes out.
Basilisk comes
There is a
out.
ship behind you. I suggest you leave.
Yeah, no.
Flipping the Icarus
We
comes
don't
down from
like
outer
you.
space. Kains
We don't
comes in
take
with royal
kindly to
guards.
you people around here.
As for Eugene and Grabby, I did tell Eugene to take care of her, so they should be fine for a while. Plus I did
He's
give her
waiting
some
on us.
presents so she's not too lonely. For Tizar, if she remembers, I never did ask for my book back, which is actually my only memento from Cora's
Wait.
partner
Which fucking
that died. So she left that with her, so she can, you know.
She gave you a book
Yeah.
like a few sessions ago.
It was basically a book on the basically she's the offshoot of I forgot what that race was.
Oh,
Chani.
yeah, okay, yeah. but the book
Chani,
about
yeah.
the,
So she basically gave you a book about the Chani that was basically a late present from her dead spouse. She left it with you. As for Kains, she never really left him anything, but she did leave with a smile and a kiss, and she choked him a little, so hopefully he's not feeling left out. Go at fan service clients, it's fine. And after that, she went to visit her dead spouse's grave one last time. She left her Kaiba crystal there, and she just took the lightsaber husk with her as a memento. And she went back to Malachor 5, the temple where, let's say, that hunger is still standing, and she's gonna devote the rest of her time finding a way to permanently get rid of it. Because that thing cannot be left to its own devices, it needs to be destroyed permanently.
Fair enough. Is there anything else? So basically you're traveling the universe, the galaxy, sorry.
Could we get some NPC outros by any chance?
Yes, yeah, as I was going to mention, like making sure that Cora, you finished?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Now, anybody who wants to know the fate of any NPCs, please ask now.
Orville.
Orville.
Yeah.
Orville for many years remains at his exact same station despite many promotion attempts, and eventually retires with his son taking his place, and he retires to Corellia, his birthplace.
Fuck's sake.
And
My boy.
and he
My
comes back
boy.
and he does come to a man and says, "The Godfather is here to see the child."
Just so certain.
We're gonna be a bunch of grumpy old granddads on a porch. Shit talking naval tactics.
Kids these days don't know how to fly.
Kids these days can barely, and then we describe like the most hyper complicated maneuver resulting in a fighter taking out a capital class ship. Kids these days, basic shit. They can barely
Essentially,
weave through an asteroid field and a black hole at the same time.
Yeah, what the hell?
Orwell's entire repertoire of his career turns into always getting the mission done, but just bad enough that they don't really want to promote him. Like, for instance, crashing his ship into another ship, maybe bombarding an area, taking out their own buildings, but also taking out the enemy, you know, that sort of stuff. In other words, he's so good, he can keep himself just bad enough to make sure that he's always at the same level until he retires back to his home planet, which is where you guys are.
Oh,
Any
he's
other
Corellian?
NPCs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Did not know.
Never asked.
The fuck are
So-
you doing in the Empire?
Any other NPCs
Because-
anybody else wants to know?
I mean,
Yes.
in fairness, could have easily gone one of three ways, Sibby. I went the middle way, Sam went the Empire way, and I could have easily gone the Republic.
Exactly. Is
What
anybody-
about
any else?
the Queen of my homeworld and
Yes,
Sky?
The Queen of your homeworld first would be good. We'll go there and then we'll go Ifo. Right, the Queen of your homeworld rules for many generations till she has to retire and a new mother takes their place.
What about
And
Kai?
Pardon?
Kai.
Oh, Kai.
My boy!
Well, weirdly enough, he becomes dad.
My boy became my dad? What?
Yeah.
My
Right,
son
essentially,
became my father.
The person, right, the person he was courting eventually became mother of the tribe, and essentially he became the father of the tribe.
Oh, according to Keiko.
Technically, essentially, you are the grandmother of the tribe. The same as the queen now. And for Ifo,
The Queen.
he of course
Your son
builds
is
his
your own
empire up. He keeps with all the scrap you gave him. He moves quite high up in the echelons, but sadly, at one point, Ifo is assassinated.
My
Whoa.
boy.
My son!
If
Oh my God.
You hear on the news that Ifo is assassinated, that he's killed and got rid because all the cartels were after him because apparently he cheated them out of basically all their money. Even his father, he just
He retired, he's not dead.
he took the money and essentially killed him for it. He blew up his ship.
I love the dark ending there. That's
No, he's not dead.
And
That's his way of retiring.
And eventually, this strange mustachioed slug turns up on your doorstep, Jack. His name's Ofo or something like that.
Awful, yeah.
And he asks if you got any jobs for him and his many crates of illicit goods.
Also, he says, do you know any very cute Wookiees around here?
Jack
Please,
says to him now, I
I'm
am
horny
the
and
first.
tired. I just
By the
want a
way, I
Wookiee.
just want to mention he would have been assassinated if, because that was originally Rivik's, like Nero's character's thing, that he was going to be petitioned to kill him. But I decided, since you guys got so long with your wedding, I was going to just make it like, oh yes, I blew him up, it's fine.
And now he spends his time harassing women Wookiees all over the galaxy.
Not
What
just
these on
Wookiees.
credit? Gamorreans, all that sort of stuff.
Gamorreans too.
He likes big women. Anyway, any other characters?
Yes,
A man
I
of
want
patrician
my
taste.
dad, my mom, my basically
boy.
brother, my friend zoned guy,
Your
And so,
Gay rapist.
now look,
my gay
your-
rapist.
Your family is still not alive. They're still happy, but some things have befallen them. Is the fact that they went against Mandalore's
Mandalore?
word. Yeah, sorry, Mandalore's word, and so they are technically at war with Mandalore and the rest of the Mandalorians because, you know, you stabbed Yulin in the face.
I
Well,
did stab you
but
in the face.
Up
you
until the
wanna
point the
know-
new Mandalore comes along and kicks his
Exactly.
ass.
Eventually a new Mandalore does turn up, a female Mandalore, and actually
Ooh.
kicks his ass out of it and basically pulls the Mandalorians away from the middle of the war and basically turns
Oh,
them into
that would've been
mercenaries once more.
That would've been so cool. I could've just fucking kicked that dumbass's ass and became Mandalore.
I'm sorry, you decided to be a mom back on Corellia.
Yeah, and it's worth it.
Okay, so yeah, that's the fate of your family. Your family are now doing fine, out of war. As your child grows up, they come now and again. one time they decided to drop in for your child's 10th birthday on basilisks, which was hilarious for the child.
Which
It
he got to
sent-
ride.
Yes, the planet came into a bit of a panic, but thankfully everything calmed down. Any other NPCs anybody else wants to know?
Hey, Astrid,
Yeah.
I told you, not this time. Basilisk right here.
Shut up. Why are you like, I'm married to a 10-year-old?
What about
Yes,
Grabby
the
and
eternal
Eugen?
10-year-old.
Yes, of course. Grabby is a very independent person when they grow up. They are very, well, silent still, but they are they are basically an adventurer. They discover what's out there in the galaxy, discover old ruins, basically finding things for people. They are basically all over the place, but they're trained by Eugen in the art of Kung Fu, or Shatterpoint, in other words. While she doesn't have any force to be able to use Shatterpoint, she does use the Kung Fu abilities, so she's a hand-to-hand fighter as well.
I imagine that I will occasionally be in contact with her, given her profession, and given
Yes.
my profession.
She is more than happy to work for you now and again as well.
Because even though I'm taking up this profession, Tissa's main interest is still Force secrets. It's always going to be Force secrets.
Exactly. Yes.
Time
you did
is
time.
I mean,
Uh,
she's just
Slash
doing this
Sith
so
Temple
she can take up Force secrets.
Oh my god.
Got out before the main Sith temples.
So Ash, what about Neutron? After the last battle I kinda bailed and didn't actually get a chance to speak with her again. What's she doing?
She's still a mercenary.
Look at Grabby. Just appearing on the most important screen.
One more NPC.
What is that one?
Nero carved a triangle into some poor man's
Oh yeah.
in probably like session 3. I'm interested in how his
I
life went.
remember
Wait,
that.
you mean the flipping SIF Captain that
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
jumped
You carved
for
it,
the
How-
domestic
We-
terrorism?
We
The
jumped,
one day I wasn't
panicked,
there and you
and carved a
guys...
triangle in his face.
Right, I will tell you what happened there. Essentially, years after, there's a memorial for the Sith embassy. There's like all these people who died when the building blew up, stuff like that. And of course, the Sith captain who bravely saved those in need, as he's still got that triangle across his head.
You were knocked out at the
Eventually-
time somebody screams from the
Eventually, he was hunting you guys for a good while, but since he couldn't find you, eventually the embassy had to be moved off planet when the war started
I
up again.
love that I leave you guys for like 1 week and that's the shit you do.
We just jumped the guy,
Devastation.
panicked, and then proceeded to
What about Jay?
carve a triangle into his head.
Jay? Oh, he's a butler at the Dibler estate.
I've got a question for Jack.
Yeah.
What about B2?
B2 makes occasional vague, ominous whisperings to Jack in attempts to seduce him to cold logic and power-grabbing murder. It doesn't work.
When,
Oh.
by the way, when my boy comes of age, I'm passing you on
As a test.
as a test.
I wanna fucking break that thing before you
But
give it to our son.
It's a secret. Don't tell your mother.
I
in
fucking
the next
already
in the
know-
next
and then-
episode.
No, wait, this is he
God
just
damn it.
he brings it to him, he sits on the edge of his bed and he's like, "Don't tell your mother," and then he leaves. And then 5 minutes later, I come in, I sit down, I ask him about his day and say, "I already know," and then I leave.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, here's the thing. Okay. It's actually like your son is gonna have like B2 in their helmet or something, like a Cortana chip.
Yeah.
I fucking I don't
just so you
like
can
this
keep
at
him
all.
into the next one, Ash, if you do it. He now
Oh.
has B2 as a
For
moral
the final NPC,
device.
the final NPC before I forget, is Cora. As you were standing on the station, removing the tracking device, about to get into your own personal ship, something rubbed against your leg.
What's that cat?
Yay, it's Lynx! Sadly, we didn't get to
Yes.
play much with him.
Lynx does, in fact, come with you.
I'm gonna scratch
journey.
him behind the ear and on the neck, and I'm gonna take him with me.
The battle-scarred Lynx goes with a battle-scarred grandmother into the galaxy to live
Far,
and
far
find
away.
themselves.
Sounds like a romance novel.
I have
Yeah.
two people I'm wondering about right now, which I remember. Well, one is Shedak, obviously.
Yes. Shedak is, well, will always be a master.
Yeah, but like, does she put her adventuring days behind her and sit on the council? Does she say, "Fuck that, I'm gonna be out in the galaxy doing crap"?
No, what she did
Yeah.
is she went on the ship because somebody has to take care of you darn kids.
What?
She came
Yeah,
on the Icarus with you,
essentially-
dude.
That'd be
No,
fucking
no, no.
insane.
Essentially, she does eventually just settle down as a historian within the Jedi, like, enclave.
Oh. Cool. Guess who I'm calling when I need someone to like go through the archives for vague shit.
Ghostbusters.
And well,
Didn't
some-
look
some- someone I'm
There's another
genuinely
Sith
curious
temple.
about that never ever came up in the campaign, but I don't care. Is Loomis Udua? The fuck ever happened to him?
Who?
Remember I mentioned another Padawan in my the background stuff.
Oh, yes.
The
Sadly,
Mirialan.
you didn't discover it. Well, you didn't. It wasn't able to discover it. I expected you would try asking for a tree down on Xeris. By the way, Xeris is doing very well. It's a thriving colony now. But yeah, it was expected you were going to ask plant, but essentially he died in the in the forest.
Okay.
Ash, what about the Revan wannabes?
Oh, the Revenant.
Revenites. Their story is actually in the video game.
Ah,
They actually turn evil when Revan comes back. Actually, back in physics, like he's actually still alive in this timeline,
Oh yeah.
and
He's just frozen.
has, yeah, he
which
has
actually
two
brings
sides.
me up to my next point. If Korra eventually manages to destroy the hunger, or I mean, she's gonna keep trying until the day she dies, and if she actually succeeds, that's the
The
next thing
master's
she's
gone,
gonna
by the
do. She's gonna go and look for Revan.
The mask is already gone.
Wait, it's gone?
Yes,
Somebody took it.
yes.
In that case, she's gonna hunt down whoever took it.
You have no leads.
Doesn't matter, I've got a long time.
Yeah, go ahead. But essentially,
I have another NPC I'd like to ask about.
yes.
The cool Mandalorian dude on that planet with the really annoying ass intro.
Oh, he's Wait, who? Which one? The one in the armor who directed
The
you
bounty
towards the
hunter or
hut?
the ranger, man?
Or Ranger? One on Xeris or Nar Shaddaa?
Sorry,
silence.
my computer decided to fall asleep because I didn't move the mouse, so it just muted my microphone. Like both the bounty hunter and that nice guy.
The bounty hunter is still a bounty hunter. He's still alive, and the nice guy on the Ranger is essentially still alive, but he's much more than head of security. Essentially, he's basically the chief of police on Xeris now, who works at a thriving colony city.
Hell yeah. Do they still have the annoying ass intro that makes everybody want to rip their ears out?
No, due to popular vote, they decided to get rid of it.
Thank God.
Oh yeah.
The most important NPC, Abs, is still alive.
Hey,
Abs?
He comes to the Dibler estate now and again, trying to sell you quote unquote artifacts.
Hey, at least I'm happy that he is no longer, on my ass, so that's good.
He keeps trying to ask after Cora, of course.
Korra is gone.
Like, do you know where she is? 'Cause
Cora's
I knew
dead.
she'd like to meet. It's like, that's
Pretty
a shame.
sure.
She liked my abs.
I don't think she did.
Meanwhile,
Anyway,
in the
goodbye.
pilot seat of a small
Anyway,
fighter,
goodbye.
achoo! What the?
Cora has shivers down her spine and sneezes.
I don't think she did. Anyway, fuck off.
It's like, come on, I know you like my abs.
Slams the door in his face. I'm only into
Skinny
guys
boys.
that
We're
I can
small
I'm only
bodies.
into smaller men.
True.
That's
that was,
incredibly offensive. I have an average fraud.
Yeah, but I'm an Amazon.
Stop comparing me to fucking brick walls. I am built like an otter.
And that's what I love about you. Mwah.
Fuck, I was thinking about something which I forgot.
Oh,
yeah, no, I was just gonna note, I'm like, I will probably occasionally go back to Xeris.
Good, good.
Just make sure no one is doing anything stupid.
Hey Ash. EXP?
Yeah, give
Top
me
fucking check.
Everybody
Can we have
gets.
100 XP, mate?
Yes, you will get 100 XP.
Everyone gets 1,000 XP, minded you never play a
Thanks.
character again.
Anyway,
Right,
is there
granted
anything
that I
else
never play a
anybody
character
wishes to
again.
ask?
No.
Alright.
Other than saying thanks for the game, thank you for the campaign, Ash.
Yeah, that was
I
it
hope-
was really fun. I
But-
enjoyed it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Dude, have you seen this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!